Hello, and welcome into the tree hive in the sky. You're here with Dharma, the Reiki Master Cat, and little me, your happiness navigator, pollinator of positivity, shape-shifting woman wizard. That's me, Melissa Mojo P. So welcome to the sacred fun room tonight, and we're just gonna relax. We're going to do a little reading from the Moonology Oracle card deck about the new moon, because it is the new moon today, folks. And actually it was a solar eclipse as well. So it's a powerful day, isn't it? Dharma. Let's just share out to a few people, and you might want to do that too. Oh, Dharma, come on in, say hi. So it is in Libra, and that's the sign that we're currently in. So we're going to read about the new moon in Libra. We're going to pull some tarot cards. We're going to do a little chilling out with Dharma. And yours truly, I'm also a trained Reiki master, so we'll be sending all the energy out to you. That cosmic rainbow energy, Reiki meaning universal life force energy, that of which we are all made of. And so we send that beautiful intention out for you, and all broadcasts here at Mojo and Magic are charged with Reiki and magic, of course. So we might just get right into talking about the new moon and how we can set intention for powerful new beginnings, as the moon is dark and it's the time to plant seeds and bring them to full illumination at the full moon, obviously, perhaps, right? But we're all learning, so that's why we love to talk about these things again and again and remind ourselves even the power of the phases of the moon, etc., etc. So, as I say, let's get right into reading about this particular new moon, because each new moon falls in one of the zodiac signs. We'll relax with Dharma, and Dharma and I are sending out that beautiful energy and intention for the fellow wizards, because we do love to remind you of how all-powerful you also are, and how we all hold these beautiful magic wands, and we have this energy coming from us. We are, in fact, magic wands, batteries, and crystals. And so we're made of this universal life force energy that looks like cosmic rainbows. And we can say activate, transmute, evolve. And that, if we said cosmic rainbow energy, activate, transmute, evolve, and we took the first letters of all of that, it would spell create. And we're creating here all together. You want to give me a high five, Dharma? Dharma also is attuned to Reiki, so she's here just sending that relaxed vibe out. How's the level of the music? Is it loud? Is it just right? Is it too quiet? Do let me know as we send some Reiki out here just to start. Breathe easy, relax. Take some time for you, fellow wizard, and receive. Set the intention to receive this Reiki energy, this cosmic rainbow energy from me and Dharma. Dharma's actually attuned to the full 3 levels of Reiki. She's also a teacher. She teaches me. I'll turn that down a little bit. We're going to get into some reading here about Moonology and the new moon in Libra. So I'll put on my wizarding glasses here and do a little bit of reading for us. And so it says, the new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma we're asking about. Compromise may even be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for us and for others. New relationships could be beginning, and if that's the case, chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. In anything we do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in our personal lives. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue we're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. And isn't that so important, fellow wizards, to be able to talk things through with our partners, with the people we're working with, for people not to take things personally. One of the four. Well, what is that? I was going to say noble truths, but that's a different thing. Anyways, we'll continue. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue, will be willing to talk things through and to avoid being selfish. It won't get us anywhere at this time. So that was what I was thinking, is really about us looking at ourselves and seeing where we might be a little bit willing to change, shall we say, willing to evolve. That's why we like being activated, so we can transmute and evolve. It says, attune to the moon by reaching out and letting someone know that we care. So being abundant with our love at this moment in the dark moon. Additional meanings for this card are feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the way. A legal matter will go your way. Pay attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. And the teaching of the new moon in Libra, which just happened today in the afternoon. So we're right in the window of the new moon in Libra, and we can do our rituals for another 3 days or so. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But the teaching of this particular new moon in Libra, because Libra is the sign of love and harmony, negotiation and relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have the new moon in Libra, or at any time when we draw this card, there's a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things to equilibrium. I love that for us. A very balanced moon here. The new moon in Libra. So, welcome to everybody who has come in and out as we were reading. Dharma says hi, of course, and as we always love to remind that all of these broadcasts are charged with Reiki and intentional magic, right, Dharma? I'm actually gonna step out and just grab a glass of water. You might want to do that too. You might want to share and leave a comment. We're gonna pull some cards in just a moment. So I shall be back. You can hold the spot for me, Dharma. She's probably gonna follow me. She's like my little shadow. I forgot to bring water. How could I forget to bring water? I always bring water. Well, there we go. I've got the water, and I imagine Dharma will come back. So, let's also charge up your water, or whatever you're drinking, and we'll say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I don't know if you know, but many of us do know that water holds memory and form. Vibration and frequency gets into our water, and it holds and stores that energy. So if we say, I love you, I love you, I love you to our water, and thank you, thank you, thank you to it for giving us such nourishment, it actually changes the structure of this water and restructures the water to be even more magical. So, right, Dharma? She's like, I'll dip my tail in it. It'll be even more magical then. Come on in there then, little girl. Hello, everybody. We're about to pull some more cards. We just read all about the new moon in Libra, which is now, this divine day, as we like to call them. There, Dharma's giving a kiss for your water also. Right, Dharma? You gonna kiss the water for them? Kiss, kiss. Love, love. Nuzzle, nuzzle. Sending all that magic your way, fellow wizards. And don't forget, as you put your hands around your glass of water and say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to your water. Let your kitty cat kiss it, perhaps. That it also is adding to the charge because you are powerful energy yourself. Right? Yes. All of us, everything has a powerful energy of its own unique magic. Okay, so let's pull some cards. We'll start with the Spirit Animal Oracle. Might skip this little ditty here. See if we can find something a little less techno. How's everyone this night? Or this day? It might be day when this finds you. And whenever this finds you, it's a timeless reading for the collective. So, it's perfect timing, as it always is. We'll start by giving a little knock, knock, knock to the cards. I'll let you give them a knock, knock, knock as well. Very good, fellow wizards. Thank you for adding your magic there. We have the cleansing power of selenite also with us right now. So just do a nice sweep of the energy for everyone as we get a little further into this magic broadcast spell with your woman wizard. That's me, Melissa Mojo B. Feel that cleansing and renewal, which is exactly what's happening as we come into this new moon energy. In Libra, as it says, all about beauty, about love, about balance. That one. I knew that one wanted to fall out. The owl spirit. We will see clearly now. In the new moon, we do tend to see things clearly. We're looking at how to start things, how to start our garden. And even though we might be going into the fall, we're always planning our gardens, aren't we, fellow wizards? We're wise that way. Let's do a little reading for that one. You want to do a reading for that one? We'll read about our owl, which is 43. Also 7, meaning that, you know, we've done well past the halfway point on a lot of these projects. We've come a long way with a lot of these intentions, and we're just a few more steps away from completion on some things. So let's see what we got at 43. 43, the owl. Getting used to wearing glasses here. This wizard thought she could just wizard her eyesight so she wouldn't have to wear glasses. Still working on it. The owl. We're going to read about the owl and how we see clearly now. With our glasses on, us wise wizard owls. There we go. Owl spirit arrives to remind us that the wisdom within us is informed by our keen senses and the wisdom within the consciousness we all share. Even in the darkest night, the owl sees clearly and is guided by every sense it has, including the first sense of intuition. Right now, our sensitivities are turbocharged, and we are receiving messages from all directions. Yes, and the veil is very thin right now, so we will be getting even more guidance from our ancestors and spirit, great spirit, and spirits of all kinds, guiding spirits. Owl spirit reminds us to be wise and pay attention to what's between the lines, what is invisible to the naked eye, what cannot be heard with the ears, and what others may not be able to perceive, fellow wizards. With all our senses aroused, we have much knowledge available to us. Clarity will come as we sit with all that we are sensing, allowing our intuition to guide us in understanding the whole and not just the parts. Let wisdom arise and be our guide as we trust the acuity of all of our senses. Intuition is real and can provide the clarity we need to understand our situation right now. Our relationship, our finances, our job, whatever it is, we can see the truth clearly now. Yes. Intuition is a real thing, is what I heard in there. And I was thinking about how for so long I thought intuition was a bit of the woo-woo part of things, right? Intuition, yes, woman's intuition and intuition. Yeah, you could follow that. But when we say instinct, when we would say something like hunter's instinct, we would have more respect for it. But when I started doing Reiki, I really opened up to the idea of intuition and started following that more. And so listening, right, to the words that come to us, which is Great Spirit, because we are a part of all that always has been and always will be. And so we have access to that information, should we so choose to be open to it, an open bridge, an open channel to that energy, to the knowledge, the universal knowledge of, as I say, all that ever has been and ever will be, because we are stardust and moonbeams, and we can see clearly, especially when we choose to open our other eyes. So I think I will let Owl be the spirit animal guide for the day, and we'll leave the animal oracle at that. And we've talked about the new moon in Libra. I'll have some water. Just relaxing, listening to some music tonight. Oftentimes we play music, but I thought we'll just relax here in the big comfy chair. And we'll pull from the Light Seers Tarot on this Wildcard Wednesday. Dear ones, thank you for buzzing on into the tree hive in the sky. And Dharma's on a little tear somewhere. Dharma, the Reiki Master Cat, is here with us in the hive. And we will... What's going on here? Got a little turnaround. There we go. One at the top turned around. Knock, knock, knock. Would you like to give them a knock, knock, knock? Oh, thank you, fellow wizards. I felt that one. So what do the cards have for the collective tonight? On this new moon in Libra. Hi, Star Girl. Very nice to have you here. Hi, Colleen. I see Jen pop in and out. Not sure who else is here. I'm just reading, just being your bee friend, loving you, beloveds. Well, you want to give us one? You want to jump out, or you want me to pick one? Well, they're not too jumpy. They're just... Oh, there we go. Said, don't tell me what I'm doing. We have the Six of Cups here. Very nostalgic, right? Finding that loving part of ourselves that isn't afraid to love, even though we might lose, because as we know, you know, dogs don't live as long as we do. So being brave enough to open our hearts to an animal or to another is vulnerable, and it can lead to a lot of nostalgic feelings, memories. And here a reminder to always feel that those cups are full, 6 of Cups. Even though times may change and even though eras may pass, they're never not with us, because anything that's ever touched us is always part of our story. And just loving this connection that we can have and maintain through all these years with animals and with each other. A little itchy nose there. Some more messages coming in. What do we got here? That was too many. Try again. How's everyone doing this evening? Hi, Jessica. Shazad. Let's see if we get another jumper. How's everyone doing on this Libra new moon out here? A little extra energy with the solar flares. We also have a solar eclipse on parts of the planet today. So it's a new moon and solar eclipse day. Super powerful. And as many know, that we actually, woo! Are those the two? Those are the two. Okay, that we're getting massive solar flares, and that can really affect our energies as humans on this mystical, magical planet Earth. So what do we got here? We got the Page of Cups and the 5 of Cups. These are all cups. It's all cups tonight. Watery, which makes sense. When the moon is in full phases, it often is watery. Hence the moon being, you know, one with the tides. We can feel quite watery during new moons and full moons. So we had, where's the other one? There it is. We had 6 of Cups first, and I'm not sure, honestly, which one of these came out, but I feel like it's, I think it's gone this way, with the Page of Cups first and then the 5 of Cups. So I think that we had the 6 there that's reminding us of how it's okay to be loving, open up our hearts, even though oftentimes, you know, love doesn't last and life is fleeting, but it is so worth it. It's all so worth it to open up our hearts, open up our cups, to pour that love out for animals that we love, for people that we love, for situations that we love. It's wonderful to be passionate like that. And this Page of Cups, you know, he's coming into that. He's expanding his heart. Look at, he's getting really brave to even see himself jumping up into that upper part of himself, you know, letting that spirit soul take flight. Let me just take my glasses and take a closer peek. I think he's got a little piggy friend, right? It is. It's a flying pig, when pigs fly. And over in the invisible hands, he's holding that heart. So I think that's saying, you know, the spirit is asking him again, reach out, don't be afraid there, become the King of Cups there, Page. Open up. It's not when pigs fly that we're actually going to find love, you know, and find these relationships that are actually productive and mutual, reciprocal. It's not when pigs fly. It's right now. That's what that's saying. And the 5 of Cups can be, you know, looking at what's lost versus looking at how much we're already holding, and how much we have. So this is a reminder during this dark moon, during October, which there's a lot of celestial things and just societal things that are coming up right now that are difficult for people to navigate. So as we do that, let's remember to hold the joy frequency. So important for the planet, so important for ourselves individually and for the collective. And to look at what we have and not what we don't have, fellow wizards. That's how we bring in the abundance. That's one of the ways that we manifest. So if we're talking about new moon rituals, we were talking about Moonology and it being the new moon in Libra and what we might do for some rituals the next couple days. And one of the things we can do is write out what we would like it to be in the next month, in the next 6 months, in the next year, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, however far you want to go with that. But really just starting even with the first month is really great, and what we would like it to feel like. So write it as though it's already happened and focus on the gratitude aspect of, wow, I'm feeling like this, I'm in this place, I'm comfortable financially, I'm comfortably financed, and finessed in all ways, that we're nurtured, and just so starting to feel exactly where you might want to be. So you could actually describe the room, you could describe what you're eating for breakfast, you could describe an ideal day 1 month from now, say when the full moon is out. So that's one way to create abundance, is by acting as though it's already here, because truly it is, and for being grateful for what we have and focusing on that and not what we don't have. Bringing in that selenite energy, doing a sweep, some cleansing. Thanks for the love. I love you too. Yeah, you feeling that? It's good. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think, do we have one more? Well, maybe we'll just pull from the Moonology deck. We'll pull 3 cards from Moonology and see what else it has to say to us, for us, other than the moon in Libra. So let's take knock, knock, knock. Or you could give it a knock, knock, knock. And we'll take a little spin with the Moonology Oracle cards. Just get a few more messages before we go. And that's 3. Let's take them. Let's take them. It says prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. The next one says we are very close to achieving our goal. The gibbous moon. We'll read about the gibbous moon. That's a moon phase that doesn't often get spoken about, so we'll read about that. And show the world the real you. Authenticity is where it's at. Authenticity recently being shown to be even higher frequency than love. And this one is the full moon in Aquarius. So we'll do that last little read here about the gibbous moon. What do we got on the back of the deck over here? Seems to want to be said. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. We'll take that one too, because that will be the next moon phase. Actually, after the new moon, the waxing crescent moon would be the next phase coming up after the new moon. So we'll read that. And then we'll read about the gibbous moon. Also really interesting to learn more about the moon phases that are not just new moon and full moon. So since we have our reading glasses and Dharma settled back in for a little pets, we'll read about these two. First, we'll read about the waxing crescent moon. Have faith in our dreams. I guess to look for it this way. Right, glasses. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're going to do a little reading about having faith in our dreams with the upcoming waxing crescent moon. This was the back of the deck here. Let's see if we can pull that up. Waxing crescent moon 26. There it is. Have faith in your dreams, fellow wizards. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever's happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that we get to still keep working towards whatever it is that we want. If we can't take practical steps, spend time meditating, setting those intentions on the question we're asking about, and allow the higher self to download information to us about what is the next best step. Overall, this card suggests there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation we're asking about. So keep the faith, fellow wizards. Attuned to the moon in this waxing crescent moon time, we would say, I'm focused on what I want. We've set our intentions and now we're focusing and taking those actions, those practical steps, and or just keeping our intentions really clear in the next week or two. So, additional meanings for this card. Just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean they're not manifesting. Don't look back, stay focused on moving forwards. Be patient as events unfold. Dig a little deeper and find more courage. I know you're so courageous already. There's always a little bit more. The teaching of the waxing crescent moon, the second moon phase in the 8 main moon phases. So after the new moon comes the waxing crescent moon. So it will be the second phase of the moon. When we pull this card, it suggests we really need to pursue our dreams. It's the time to put our foot down hard as we chase our goals. Yeah, and then we're going to read about the waxing gibbous moon, which is about we're very close to reaching our goal, because that would be when the moon is getting more and more full. It's been waxing and waxing, and I'm going to read more about the gibbous moon here in just a second. You gonna chill? Dharma's a moving cat. She's, she likes to go and go and go. She's like her mom, but sometimes it's great to just chill, girl, chill. So the moon phases are as such: the new moon, then the waxing crescent moon, then we have the first quarter moon, then we would have the gibbous moon, and our full moon. So this is, as it says, where we're getting really close to getting to our goal, because we're getting towards the full moon. So that will be after we've set those intentions and we're still contemplating them during that first waxing crescent moon and starting to take the practical steps. In the first quarter moon, we really get going on our intentions and taking those actionable steps, really aligning with the mission. And the gibbous moon, we're getting very close to achieving those goals. So let's take a look at that one, which is page 30 here in the Moonology book, the Moonology deck. Dharma's like, nah, you move too much. The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation we're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, we're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before we get what we want. Though we're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring. However, there's also a sense that the situation is a bit tense, so don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare, it's just to let us know there's a fuse attached to this situation, so be careful if we choose to light it. And I think that's a really great warning for just right at the moment with all these solar flares, and as I say, there's a solar eclipse in places on the planet right now. So things are bulging, you know, even we have certain elections happening and just a lot of things peaking. We've got massive flooding in the US in places that have never flooded before. There's just a bulging of situations. So just go easy. Don't push too hard. Don't force during this time. Don't try to make decisions for times that haven't come about yet. So just be at peace. Take in the information. Take the next aligned step. And don't light any fuses. Don't poke, you know, the wasp's nest. Don't be antagonistic about things as we check this gibbous moon situation, this bulging situation. We don't want to poke something that's already ready to explode. Reminds me of a funny story, so we'll just have a quick little story time of when I was working at this farm and had a big crop growing, and it was early in the spring that we started the little seedlings, 700 seedlings, and I was taking care of this farmhouse as well, sort of as the matriarch of the homestead and the grow that we were also having. But this farmhouse had been sort of abandoned and neglected, and it needed some love, and there was a certain smell in the garage every time we would walk through, and it proceeded to get worse as the spring progressed into early summer. And I just decided I'm gonna deep clean that garage, and I'm a master cleanser as well. So I went into this garage and I spent 40 plus hours in there, but somewhere around hour 20 I uncovered the smell. And speaking of a bulging, this was a turkey, a butterball turkey that had been sitting there since right after New Year's, so I heard, and I did not want to move that thing. It's like that. We don't want to poke something that might just be quite fearsome, you know? So just let situations lie right now. We're very close to achieving things, so just go easy, don't push. And attuning to the moon, we can say, I know that I'm on the right track. Additional meanings for this card is now is a good time to review our plans. Keep the momentum going as we move toward our dreams. Stay focused. Alamagocus. Focus, focus, Alamagocus. That's one of my favorite new sayings this year. It's a good time to start a new project. It is. We need to get back into good health habits. Also very important, and feeling that coming through strongly as we hit this October 1st. You know, beautiful newness. There's so many new beginnings. We get a new day, we get a new week, we get a new month, we get a new moon. We're so lucky to have so many new beginnings, fellow wizard. So this October also is a great time to get back into those great health habits. The gibbous moon comes at the very end of the lunar cycle, just before the full moon. She looks like she's bulging because she's almost a full moon, so she's nearly rounded. It's the culmination of the waxing cycle, and as such tends to be a rather intense period of the month. No matter when we pull this card, it suggests a very ripe time and a very ripe situation. Yes, yes, yes. It is a very ripe time to take those aligned action steps. In October, things have settled down after summer. September, sometimes it's still a little bit hectic, getting back to school, getting back to learning, getting back into the groove. And now October is here. We're in the clear, and as Anne of Green Gables said, I'm just so happy to live in a world where there are Octobers. We can enjoy the cooler weather, perhaps, depending on where we are in the world, or it would be spring elsewhere. So there's that color that comes with October, and it's a time to renew our own color and our own vibrance. So let's do that by eating wonderful food. I hear a lot in my head here. We're getting messages about, you know, fresh fruits, about really exploring the the squash, the root vegetables and things like that, making soups for ourselves, maybe doing some baking, making some healthy substitutes in there, but making some delicious things and sharing that with our community, and that making us well in another way. And also stretching, walking, spending time in nature, and spending time doing the things that we love, maybe like pulling cards and maybe like playing music. So I'll be back soon to play some music with some tunes, talk, and tarot, and some more reading and some more loving and some more Reiki vibes. As always, your woman wizard loves you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow, because we are coming once a day as possible, especially for this month of October. We're gonna bring up that energy, cozy up this place, and also chill out together more. So thank you for being you, fellow wizards. Thank you for sharing your unique magic with the collective, and as we come together, everything gets brighter. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, we love you, we love you, and we'll see you soon. Mwah. Good night.